Thanks, guys. That's right. Thursday evening, the Supreme Court voted to block a Louisiana abortion law from going into effect. The Unsafe Abortion Protect Act was enacted in 2014, but has been blocked ever since. The law requires doctors to have admitting privileges at a hospital within a 30-mile radius of where they perform the procedure, which pro-abortion advocates say could prevent safe and legal abortions from taking place in the state. This was the first major case on the topic of abortion for the newly conservative Supreme Court. Chief Justice John Roberts voted with the court's liberal judges to temporarily block the implementation of the law, while conservative judges Clarence Thomas, Samuel Alito, Neil Gorsuch, and Brett Kavanaugh all voted to allow the law to go into effect. Only the court's newest conservative judge, Brett Kavanaugh, wrote a dissent, which notably the other conservative justices did not sign into. He said that he would have liked the state to begin a 45-day transition period that he says would allow everyone to get a better feel for the true impact that the law would have.
All right, so Gabrielle, this isn't the first time a case like this has come up. We look at Whole Women's Health and we look at Hellerstedt. Roberts voted differently in that last case. What changed?
Right, so these laws are almost identical. What's different about them is the two different states. Access to abortion is different in the states, and access to that admitting privileges in hospitals also differs. But the real key here to why Roberts voted with the liberals as opposed to the conservatives on this is he really likes to stick to the status quo, keep to precedent, and not stir things up. He doesn't want the court seeing lots of controversy. So that is why a lot of people are saying he sided with the liberals this time rather than his fellow conservatives.
Now, given that you just said Roberts likes to stick to precedent, so what does this mean for the fate of Roe v. Wade if it were to come up down the road?
Well, like I said, Roberts probably will not explicitly vote to overturn Roe v. Wade. We believe that Kavanaugh also would not. That's what Suzanne Collins was betting on when she voted for him. But instead, they are going to see smaller cases like this come before the court, and then they can slowly chip away at that incrementally. But of course, this last case went to the liberals. It didn't go to the conservative side.
So you talked about that kind of slow incremental chip, but are they going to be seeing any other abortions cases this term?
So the official docket isn't out yet for this, but there is one case that they're expected to look at. It's in Indiana that Governor Mike Pence signed while he was still governor of the state, and it says that the remains of fetal remains need to be disposed of by burial or cremation. Now, this has been blocked ever since it was signed from actually going into effect. All the lower courts are saying that it should not go into effect. It's expected to go before the Supreme Court at some point, so it'll be interesting to see whether the liberals will take this one again and Roberts will side with them, or if he'll side with the conservatives.
All right, it's certainly interesting to see. We'll be looking ahead to that, the Supreme Court's term lasting until June. Gabrielle, thank you so much.
Thank you.